Boa noite a todos! Chegamos com mais uma data de semifinal do Your Voice, a última data de semifinal desta edição. Então, sejam bem-vindos ao Your Voice, o concurso cultural de discursos da cultura inglesa. Eu sou o João Aveiro e tenho o prazer de apresentar essa noite, que teremos muito discurso bom, muita coisa legal vindo por aí, então vocês não perdem por esperar. E criado em 2014, o Your Voice chega hoje à sua 10ª edição, com o objetivo de valorizar a comunicação oral, ajudando os estudantes da cultura inglesa a se expressarem melhor com as suas ideias e a se prepararem melhor para falar em público. É uma oportunidade incrível de pesquisa, troca cultural e crescimento, incentivando cada participante a ser um agente de transformação através do compartilhamento de suas ideias. Nesta edição do Your Voice, recebemos mais de 900 inscrições. Isso mesmo, 900 estudantes que toparam se desafiar e escreveram um discurso autoral em inglês sobre um tema complexo. O tema deste ano do Your Voice é Echoes of Change, Confronting Climate Crisis, que em português seria algo como Ecos da Mudança, Enfrentando a Crise Climática. Na primeira fase do concurso, os participantes gravaram e enviaram seus vídeos, seus discursos em vídeo, e eles foram avaliados por um júri, com a difícil missão de selecionar apenas 128 para as semifinais. Então, só de terem chegado aqui, vocês já são grandes campeões. Então, parabéns a todos que chegaram até essa etapa. E hoje vocês verão alunos da cultura inglesa e de suas escolas parceiras também, dos estados de São Paulo, Santa Catarina, Bahia, Rio de Janeiro, Rio Grande do Sul, Distrito Federal, Goiás, Tocantins e Espírito Santo, compreendendo os níveis de inglês básico, intermediário e avançado. No Your Voice, os alunos são divididos em 8 categorias diferentes, de acordo com o seu nível de inglês. Então, cada candidato concorre, portanto, com candidatos que estão inscritos na mesma categoria. Nesta sessão de hoje, se apresentarão primeiro os candidatos da categoria 5 e, posteriormente, os candidatos da categoria 6. Após as apresentações da categoria 5, que será a primeira da noite, nós faremos um rápido intervalo e, na sequência, retomaremos com as apresentações da categoria 6. O resultado das duas categorias será anunciado de uma só vez ao término da sessão de hoje, e as regras de duração e números de perguntas que cada um responde após o discurso variam de acordo com a categoria. Então, ao longo do evento de hoje, eu vou repassando essas informações com vocês, ok? Bom, o evento de hoje é uma das 8 datas da semifinal do Your Voice, da 10ª edição, e o concurso possui semifinal A e semifinal B, sendo que a semifinal A aconteceu de segunda a quinta da semana passada e a semifinal B de segunda a quinta desta semana aqui. Então, de cada dia de semifinal, serão selecionados 3 participantes de cada categoria que estarão com vagas garantidas na grande final, que vai acontecer no dia 23 de novembro, também remotamente, aqui com transmissão via YouTube. E esses 3 participantes de hoje aqui serão selecionados 3 da categoria 5 e 3 da categoria 6. E eles vão se juntar com os outros selecionados da semifinal A para a grande final do dia 23. E quem decidirá quem são os participantes de hoje que estarão com vagas garantidas na final são as nossas juradas, Verônica Gomes, do time acadêmico da cultura inglesa, e a Ana Flávia, gestora de unidade da cultura inglesa. Então, elas já estão conosco aqui no backstage e vão nos auxiliar nessa difícil escolha de hoje de selecionar apenas 3 candidatos de cada categoria. Então, todos os candidatos se apresentarão hoje e depois elas se reunirão ao término das 2 categorias para deliberação e, enfim, anunciar o resultado tão esperado da noite. E ao término do evento de hoje, como eu falei para vocês, após o anúncio dos 3 finalistas, nossas juradas também elas vão se encontrar rapidamente com os selecionados para a grande final para dar uma devolutiva dos pontos que podem ser aprimorados para essa última etapa. Então, importante, pedimos que ao término do evento, os participantes cujos nomes forem anunciados como os grandes finalistas, eles podem retomar para a nossa sala lá do Google Meet, onde a gente se encontrou previamente, para receber essa devolutiva. tá? Quem não quiser ou não puder ficar até o final da sessão de hoje para receber a devolutiva, não tem problema, porque é opcional. Mas nesse caso, a pessoa perderá a oportunidade de recebê-la, ok? Bom, então, antes da gente começar com os nossos discursos, eu vou repassar algumas informações importantes sobre o evento para vocês. Então, primeiro, João, tenho dúvidas sobre o Your Voice, como que funciona a competição, quais as etapas, onde eu encontro os links de transmissão, enfim, site do Your Voice. Então, no nosso site oficial, vocês encontram todas as informações do evento. Então, lá a gente tem a FAQ, os links de transmissão, o cronograma do evento com todas as etapas, tem a trilha de treinamento para os candidatos se prepararem ainda mais para essas etapas, enfim, todas as informações e comunicação do evento é feita pelo nosso site. Além disso, caso ainda surja alguma dúvida, vocês podem entrar em contato com o e-mail que está disponível lá no site, que teremos o maior prazer em responder e sanar as dúvidas de vocês, tá? O nosso site oficial é o yourvoice.culturainglesa.com.br. Então acessem lá, já deixem salvo nos favoritos, porque tudo está lá, tudo sobre Your Voice. Certo? E, bom, nós da organização do evento e os candidatos estamos juntos dentro de uma plataforma virtual. E o evento está sendo transmitido para vocês aí no YouTube. Então, interajam conosco. Tem um chat aqui à direita, então quero ver as torcidas bem animadas para trazer energia positiva para os nossos candidatos aqui hoje. Então, diga aí no chat de onde vocês são, quem que vocês estão apoiando aqui hoje. Então, lembrando, só para deixar um ambiente positivo aí no chat, nada de mensagem negativa, porque isso não combina com o Your Voice, tá? Então, vamos deixar o clima mais agradável possível para colaborar com os discursos de hoje. Então, enquanto nós estávamos com os candidatos aqui no backstage, nós realizamos um sorteio para definir a ordem das apresentações das duas categorias de hoje. Então, agora no chat vocês vão ver, a gente vai colocar agora a ordem para que vocês possam acompanhar qual que vai ser a sequência das apresentações de hoje. Se a conexão de algum participante em algum momento falhar durante a apresentação, nós seguiremos com as próximas apresentações previstas. No entanto, enquanto o bloco ainda estiver acontecendo das apresentações daquela categoria, nós daremos novas oportunidades para que o candidato restabeleça a conexão e continue o discurso. E agora falando sobre a categoria 5 em específico, né? A duração dos discursos dessa categoria é de 2 minutos para cada candidato. Assim como nas outras categorias do Your Voice, nós temos também uma margem de tolerância. Então, o candidato poderá fazer um discurso que dure entre 1 minuto e 30 segundos e 2 minutos e 30 segundos. Temos aqui uma timekeeper, que é a Vanessa, que controlará a duração de cada apresentação, e ela fará soar um sinal como este para alertar o candidato sobre a duração do discurso. Então, este sinal ele será tocado inicialmente quando o candidato atingir 1 minuto e 30 de discurso, posteriormente ao atingir 2 minutos, e, por último, caso o candidato atinja 2 minutos e 30 de discurso. Certo? O candidato que terminar o discurso antes de 1 minuto e 30 ou após 2 minutos e 30 poderá ser penalizado. Então, um ponto importante para vocês, candidatos. Bom, após o término das apresentações, como eu disse lá no começo, os candidatos respondem a perguntas. E cada categoria possui uma regra específica quanto a isso. No caso das categorias 5 e 6, que são as categorias de hoje, os candidatos responderão a 2 perguntas feitas pelos nossos júris. Pelos nossos júris. E começaremos agora, então, com as apresentações da categoria 5. Já que temos todas as informações em mãos, está todo mundo com a cabeça fresca com o Your Voice, então vamos dar início agora à categoria 5. Antes de iniciar a categoria 6, nós faremos um rápido intervalo, e quando retornarmos do intervalo, eu relembro vocês sobre todos os detalhes e peculiaridades da categoria 6. Certo? Então vamos lá, então. Então, boa sorte a todos os candidatos, né? Que vocês façam um discurso leve, se divirtam durante esse processo também. Agradeço a audiência, a familiares e amigos que estão acompanhando aí também. Contamos com a torcida de vocês e vamos, que hoje tem bastante discurso para a gente acompanhar. Então, vamos com a primeira candidata da nossa categoria 5. Então, gostaria de chamar ao palco do Your Voice a primeira candidata, Beatriz de Andrade Gutierrez. Beatriz está por aqui? A Beatriz ainda não acessou aqui a nossa plataforma virtual, então, como eu informei anteriormente, nós seguiremos com a sequência das apresentações previstas. Então, vamos à segunda candidata da noite, da categoria 5, Lorena Fontana Reis. Lorena, está na escuta? Está me ouvindo?
Estou sim, estou aqui.
Está aqui. Conexão está boa também, estou vendo você. O seu áudio também está ok. Então, Lorena, quando estiver pronta, pode começar o seu discurso. Boa sorte.
Hi, I'm Lorena, and I'm going to talk about the climate crisis, which is an undeniable reality, and our response to it will shape the future of our planet. Not only does education play a key role in this battle, but it also holds immense potential for younger generations. Incorporating climate science into school curriculums and engaging students with hands-on projects can spark awareness and inspire change. Nevertheless, misinformation, which is often viewed by social media, remains a significant barrier, and accurate media representation is therefore crucial to inform, mobilize, and unite people in action. Scientifically, we already know that greenhouse gases such as CO2, which is carbon dioxide, are causing temperatures to rise. This isn't just a theory. We've seen extreme weather events becoming more frequent and intense. Moreover, solutions like renewable energy, such as wind and solar power, for instance, are available, and even small changes, such as using energy more efficiently, can make a really big difference. However, the reality is that those hardest hit by climate change often have the fewest resources to fight back. Therefore, it's crucial for everyone, from individuals to large corporations and governments, to take action. In conclusion, our future hinges on confronting these challenges through informed and collective action. Only by working together we can create a resilient and sustainable world that safeguards both our planet and future generations. And that's it. I'm ready for my questions.
Perfeito, Lorena. Muito obrigado pelo seu discurso, parabéns. E agora vamos às perguntas das nossas juradas, começando com a jurada Ana Flávia. Ana?
Hello, Lorena.
Hello.
In your speech, you mentioned we should bring people together to really fight back and have a better future, a chance for a better future. What do you think would be the best way to do that?
I think the most important thing is we should start by explaining what the actual problems are. So when people actually have a really good understanding, they will I don't know how to explain, but they will want to have a change, and then they would take the matters into their own hands, And I also think that schools, like I said, schools can put I don't know how to explain, but anything that can change and can make a difference in, for example, trashes in the right places, and I don't know, make announcements, and actually the teachers would say anything, because I think teachers saying, since they're a really big part of our lives, anything that they say we will actually take in, we'll understand and hear them. So I think they should also be active in telling us anything that they think they should tell us.
Thank you.
Thank you for your speech, Lorena. You've mentioned that climate change is an undeniable reality and that it should be part of the school curriculum. So my question for you is, what kind of projects or activities would you like to join to help the environment?
You mean my school or anything like that?
Exactly.
Well, my school always talk about that. They have always mentioned, I've been there for 9 years, and they've always mentioned how we should take care of our planet because it's where we live. And I think they can make activities like games and anything they can do to change our space, where we actually are always like the classroom. We can go outside, see the nature, take us to trips and anything that shows the nature, so that can make us fall in love with it, and then we will actually want to keep it, because if we don't know and love it, how we want to keep it.
Thank you.
Muito obrigado, Lorena, pelas respostas, as juradas, as perguntas. E dando sequência às nossas apresentações da noite, vamos então com o segundo candidato da categoria 5. Então, gostaria de chamar ao palco do Your Voice, Pedro Leão. Pedro, está me ouvindo?
Yes, can you hear me?
Opa, sim, estou ouvindo você, estou vendo também, conexão aparentemente está tudo certo. Então, Pedro, quando estiver pronto, respira fundo e bora lá. O palco do Your Voice é seu. Boa sorte.
Okay, thank you. Hello guys, my name is Pedro Boton. I am a Culture English student and I'm here today to talk about the climate change. First of all, I'd like to ask you a question. Do you know what climate change refers to? If not, don't worry, I will ask you. Climate change refers to long-term transformations in temperature and weather patterns. These transformations have become increasingly worse with human interference since the 18th century, with the Industrial Revolution and the emission of polluting gases into the Earth's atmosphere. According to the environmentalist Greta Thunberg, our civilization is being sacrificed for the interests of a small group of people to continue receiving huge amounts of money. I totally agree with her, and I believe that her phrase has a great impact on the lives of those who hear it. We realize that new generations believe in the existence of the climate change crisis and are increasingly fighting to save our planet and future generations. However, older generations generally refuse to believe in the existence of the climate crisis. And the biggest problem is that they occupy the greatest positions of power, such as presidents, deputies, and CEOs of big companies that don't care about our environment. So, what can we conclude with that, Pedro? We can conclude we can conclude that climate change is a serious problem that has been destroying humanity in recent times. And if society does not work together to control the climate crisis, humanity will probably cease to exist in the not too distant future. My name is Pedro Leão, and it's a pleasure to be here.
Perfeito, muito obrigado, Pedro. Parabéns pelo seu discurso. Vamos então às perguntas das juradas, começando pela Verônica Gomes.
Hello, Pedro. Thank you for
Hello,
your
Veronica.
speech. You've mentioned that a society needs to work together. My question for you is, how would you convince someone who doesn't care about nature, doesn't care about climate change, to actually protect it?
Thank you for your question, Veronica. Yes, that's very hard, but we need to do it. Mainly the government, because the government needs to educate our society, our citizens, and not just me, not just you, but we as a community need to do something because a single individual cannot make big change, but a large group can. And I believe that we need to do it with education.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi, Pedro. Thank you for your speech.
Hello,
I would
Ana.
like to I would like to ask you, you have talked about inspiring your community. What have you done to inspire your community?
Thank you for your question, Ana Flavia. Well, I have talked with my parents, with my grandparents, and with my friends. What can we do to reduce the climate change, the climate crisis? And that's a very good question because a single individual cannot make big difference, but a big group can. And I'm creating a group of my friends to educate our people and our society, mainly the people of my city, of how can we reduce the risks of a climate crisis. And that's why I and me and my friends are doing at this moment.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Obrigado, Pedro, pelo seu discurso. E agora vamos com o nosso próximo candidato da categoria 5. Então, eu gostaria de chamar ao palco do Your Voice, Enzo Scarpati. Enzo, está por aí?
Opa, tô aqui.
Opa, estou ouvindo você. Tudo certo com a conexão? Então, Enzo, quando estiver pronto, pode começar o discurso. Boa sorte.
Hello everyone, my name is Enzo. Do you know why it's important to discuss climate crisis. This problem is not just about higher temperatures, it's affecting everything: our weather, our oceans, our forests, and even our food. We are seeing more droughts, floods, and storms every day, as the Milton hurricane that happened in Florida some weeks ago. Those events hurt not just people, but the environment and animals too. In nature, we see the effects. The melting of glaciers and wildfires are spreading. In the Amazon, trees are being cut down, which makes things worse and puts animals and people in danger. It's not just nature that's in trouble. People are too. Rising sea levels are forcing millions to leave their homes, and bad weather, as the big floods in Pakistan in 2023, are happening more often. But there is still hope. Around the world, people are making changes to protect the planet. Governments are developing laws to reduce pollution. Companies are investing on clean energy like solar and wind power, and individuals are taking small steps like recycling or using less plastic. We all have a role to play. Even small actions such as walking instead of driving or using reusable bags can help. In conclusion, the signs of climate change are clear, but we can take action. Together, we can fight this crisis and protect the Earth for future generations. Thank you.
Muito bem, muito obrigado, Enzo, pelo discurso. Vamos então com as perguntas das juradas, começando com a Ana.
Hi, Enzo. Thank you for your speech. You mentioned how we should take small steps together. So, what would be a good plan for communities to start taking?
So, the individuals, as I said before, can take small steps like recycling, using less plastic. So, we can take this action beginning of using less wet water when we are taking a shower, for example, or using less water when we are washing the car. Don't throw the trash on the floor. These small steps can make a big difference if all individuals take it. I think is it.
Thank you.
Hello, Enzo. Thank you for
Hello.
your speech. You told us about some events and disasters that happened around the world. So, my question for you is, how has learning about climate change changed the way you see the world?
So can you explain again,
Sure.
please?
How has learning, because you probably researched about it while you were planning your speech, right? You researched and prepared this speech for your voice. My question is, how has learning about this topic changed the way you see the world?
So I I don't see many campaigns developed by the media. So the individuals don't know what actions to take, or they don't know why this situation is so urgent. So without this information, the individuals cannot change your daily lives. So I believe in campaigns developed by the media.
Thank you.
Obrigado às juradas, obrigado, Enzo, pelo seu discurso. E dando sequência às nossas apresentações da categoria 5, vamos à nossa quinta candidata da categoria 5, que é a Sophie Yoniyama. Sophie está por aí? Não sei se pronunciei certo o seu sobrenome. Está certo?
Tá certinho, sim.
Tá certo. Então, estou ouvindo você bem. Estou vendo também, conexão boa. Então, Sophie, quando estiver pronta, pode começar o seu discurso. Boa sorte.
Okay, thanks. Well, hello everybody. I'm Sophie. I'm 14 years old, and today I'm here to talk about climate change, something that has been causing a huge trouble to the planet. And first of all, what is climate change? Climate change, it is a transformation that is happening to our planet, due to man destroying the environment. And by this, it is really bad it is really bad to our health and safety. There's a lot of children that are scared about talking this topic with their parents because they're just going to tell that this topic will be their problem to solve in the future. And one of these children decided to step in and to take this matter to his own hands. She was Greta Thunberg, that with 15 years old started skipping school on Fridays just to protest about climate change and how it is affecting the world and her country. These Fridays off are today known as Fridays for the Future. Today we know a lot about climate change, and there are some solutions we should use to help future generations. For example, one solution is using renewable energy like solar power that is not bad for the environment and still have the same benefit as the other type of energy. Other thing we can do it is recycling materials like paper, plastic, glass, metal, and others. We recycle, we don't need to cut more trees or dig for minerals, and we generate less waste. And another fact is that most part of the population don't know that food waste can impact in the climate by releasing gases just like carbon dioxide, methane. These gases are released by the process of the food getting rotten and increase the greenhouse effect by destroying the ozone layer. And well, as I talk a lot about it, I like the same opinion. The effects that climate change are making to our world is terrifying, but you shouldn't fear that, because we know how to reduce the effect of the greenhouse effects and even how to stop from destroying our beautiful planet. Thanks so much.
Obrigado, Sophie, pelo seu discurso, parabéns. E agora vamos às juradas com as perguntas, começando pela Verônica.
Thank you, Sophie. Sophie, what inspires you most to help protect the planet?
I think that in the future it will be my responsible to take care of this planet because in my generation we're going to be the future of it and we'll need to know how to prepare for it. So I think we need to have I think we still need to have a good planet to live and know what are their beauties so we can make it better and even for everyone that lives in. So every living people, like people, animals, everybody needs to be live here. So it is our responsible to take care of it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi, Sophie. Thank you for your speech. You mentioned that sometimes it's hard to convince people around us of the importance of fighting against climate crisis. So, what do you think we should do to bring these people together to help us?
I think we should tell about them how it will affect their lives and even how it will affect all the people around us. Because it's not something that is just us that need to make, but everybody in the world should help us by at least making a little act. So this person should know and we should show how it's happening and what is happening to the world so they can see what is the true reality of the situation.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Muito obrigado, Sophie, pelo discurso. Obrigado às juradas. E agora vamos à nossa próxima candidata da categoria 5. Gostaria de chamar ao palco do Your Voice, Juliana Carvalho. Juliana, está na escuta? Estão me ouvindo?
Está tudo certo. O som tá
Tudo
ok?
certo? Sim, estou ouvindo você bem. Então, quando estiver pronta, pode começar o discurso. Boa sorte.
Ok. Hello, my name is Juliana. I'm 14. I study platform bilingue and I go to Colégio 23. I'd like to highlight Michael Jackson's song Heal the World because I do believe we can make a better world. However, how can we make a better world? How can we change everyday things to make the world be cleaner? For example, instead of cutting down trees and destroy forests, we should plant more trees and reduce deforestation. Moreover, could stop throwing the trash on the floor because the rubbish can get into the oceans or seas. Water will make them pollute. In addition to these changes, we can improve the world by adding small things to our daily routine, such as ban plastic bags, recycle gadgets, use a renewable energy, among others. In my house, I take other small actions to help the environment, such as the water that comes from the washing machine used to clean the earth. And when I help my father to clean the car, we use a bucket of water instead of a hose. we need to make this small difference to make the world be better. Because it isn't one big solution that the problem of climate crisis can be solved, but with several different small solutions simultaneously to take care of the problem. I can highlight one verse of Michael Jackson's song, Heal the World. Make a little space, make a better place. In other words, with a small change, we can transform the world into a better place. Thank you very much.
Perfeito, muito obrigado, Juliana. Parabéns pelo discurso. Vamos então com as perguntas das juradas, começando com a Ana Flávia.
Hi, Juliana. Thank you for your speech. You mentioned Michael Jackson in his song, but I would like to ask you, what else or who else has inspired you to start fighting back against climate crisis?
Inspired me. This song inspired me so much, and the people to do the campaigns of the combat the climate crisis, and my teachers to talk to me about the ecological changes, talk about other peoples, and these peoples inspired me.
Thank you.
Hello, Juliana.
Hello.
What changes would you like to see in the way people treat the environment and nature?
Oh yes, I would like to the people. I'd like the people to do. No, don't throw in the trash on the forest, and don't pollute the seas or oceans, and respect the nature because it's necessary. The nature is beautiful, and it's not necessary to destroy this.
Thank you.
Muito obrigado, Juliana. Muito obrigado às perguntas das juradas. E agora vamos à nossa próxima candidata da categoria 5, nossa 7ª candidata. Então, vem ao palco do Your Voice, Fernanda Fatioli. Fernanda, está por aí?
Hello, boa noite.
Hello, boa noite, Fernanda. Então, quando estiver pronta, respira fundo e pode começar o discurso. Boa sorte.
Hello, everyone. My name is Fernanda, and climate events has been an important subject throughout the years for a lot of reasons. And one of them is the threat of all disease that could reappear because of the melting of ice caps. The frost is a great place for these agents to survive for millions of years. With the planet getting hotter every year, this could be a chance to appear again and cause the death of thousands of communities in different levels, from little organisms to people. In 2016, in Siberia, a boy died and many others got sick after entering into contact with a bacteria that caused problems 75 years ago. The temperature in Arctic is getting higher each day, and with that, the glaciers are melting. This event is still undergoing studies, but might bring some dangerous viruses and bacteria to our public health in a large scale. Furthermore, these events release gases to atmosphere that impact in greenhouse effects. So besides that, these events make the sea level rise and endangers a lot of different species of plants and animals, and it even brings risks to our human health. We have to be aware of what we can do to help our planet, such as recycling properly, using renewable energy sources, wasting less food, and so many other things that we can do and make a difference. Thank you for listening.
Muito bem, parabéns pelo discurso, Fernanda. E agora vamos às perguntas das juradas, começando com a Verônica Gomes.
Hello, Fernanda.
Hello.
You've mentioned some problems that happened around the world. So, my question for you is what changes in nature have you noticed in recent years in your city, in your neighborhood, in your community?
We can watch on TV the problems of the fire on big fire on the forests, and in our cities, our neighborhoods, we can see we can see less trees and less plants, less flowers, and or they are broken. The people don't treat the climate. Don't So now is raining a lot, but it even is even some a problem because of the, I don't know how to say, um, enchente. And when it stops raining, no one's care about the trees and the forests. So people have to be aware about these problems too.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi, Fernanda. Thank you for
Hello.
your speech. You mentioned that it's important to have people around us being aware of the consequences. So I'd like to ask you, what's the best way to spread the word and get more people to help us?
We can start talking with our parents, our friends, our neighbors, and spread around this word. We have to be, uh, we have to care about the nature, what little things in day to day we can do to help it. Um, I don't know, and this way, speaking with little people, with persons around us, we can um, we can't. I'm sorry. Uh, we can talk to more people. If a friend talk with another friend, these friends will be talking with someone until everyone knows and everyone doing his part, their part. It is health.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Muito obrigado, Fernanda. Muito obrigado às juradas. E agora vamos à nossa última candidata da categoria 5. Então, gostaria de chamar ao palco do Your Voice a Sofia Alcaide. Sofia, está por aí?
Hello, boa noite, tudo bem?
Hello, boa noite, Sofia, tudo bem? Então, Sofia, estou ouvindo você bem, conexão também está boa. Então, quando estiver pronta, pode começar o discurso. Boa sorte.
Certinho. Our planet is never going to be the same it was one day, but it doesn't mean that we can still save it. In the past few months, especially in Brazil, we have seen what the climate crisis really is and how it means not only the endangering devastation of the biodiversity around us, but also the threatening to the human life, to our lives. The elevation of the ocean's levels is already showing its consequences, flooding Mediterranean cities and leaving thousands of people with nowhere to go. Moreover, without mentioning the root of the local economy and the ecology for those regions and nearby cities. The increase of natural disasters, such as in Rio Grande do Sul and most regions of Brazil, symmetizing with the periods of extreme drought and lack of rain, will certainly affect the agriculture and lives of small communities who depend from the export. The climate crisis also means the extinction of multiple biodiversity hotspots and its species. To save our planet, we mainly must change our mindset. The culture of abusive consumption and the avoidance to its consequences are alarming. By changing that culture, which is supported by the industry's interest, only then we are able to efficiently help the confronting of the climate crisis in simple and excessive actions, such as saving Earth's natural resources like water and energy, recycling and reusing products, throwing the garbage in its due place, reporting ecological crimes, and pressuring industries to stop with the air pollution and the abusive extractivism. Protecting the ocean and reducing the pollutants are our best chance to fight against the climate change, our best chance to save the planet and to preserve the ecosystem. Thank you, that was it.
Obrigado, Sofia. Parabéns pelo discurso. Vamos às perguntas agora das juradas, começando com a Ana Flávia.
Hi, Sophia. Thank you for your
Hello.
speech. You mentioned that we need to start changing people's mindset to really make a difference. So, how can we start doing that?
I believe that as we need as a whole group to start making those actions, we can bring awareness to the cause by making public discussions, publishing advertisement, governmental campaigns, also online debates, but mainly the mainly thing that we should do is to bring awareness to the people in school and at home.
Thank you.
Hello, Sophia.
Hello.
Sophia, what is one thing you could give up or change to help protect the planet?
Oh, wow, that's a really, really difficult question to say. Well, I mean, we should give up. I think if we could give up on something, I'd say that we could give up on that culture of extreme consumption. It's not good. It's been affecting us, and it's been growing along the years, and it's getting even more worse. It will probably get worse in the future if we don't start making actions now. So I believe it is extremely important to give up on that same culture I've mentioned in the text. And that was it.
Thank you.
Muito obrigado, Sofia, pelo discurso. Obrigado às juradas. E agora eu gostaria de chamar mais uma vez a nossa candidata, que era a primeira da noite, Beatriz de Andrade Gutierrez. A Beatriz ainda não chegou, então vamos seguir com as outras apresentações e com a outra categoria do evento, ok? Então, bom, pessoal, terminamos por aqui a categoria 5. Parabéns a todos os candidatos que chegaram até aqui, responderam as perguntas, fizeram o discurso. Não é fácil falar em público, nem falar em público em inglês. Então, vocês já estão de parabéns de terem chegado até aqui. E antes de iniciar as apresentações da categoria 6, nós faremos um rápido intervalo para que nossas juradas possam organizar as suas avaliações sobre a categoria 5 e tomarem uma água. E o resultado da categoria 5 será anunciado somente ao término do evento, após as apresentações da categoria 6, tudo bem? Então faremos um rápido intervalo, cerca de 10 minutos a gente volta com a transmissão. Então podem ficar aí no YouTube mesmo, sem desconectar, que a gente volta em breve. Até daqui a pouco, pessoal! E voltamos com as nossas semifinais do Your Voice, agora indo para a categoria 6. E, bom, durante o início agora das apresentações 6, da apresentação da categoria 6, as regras elas são as mesmas da categoria 5. Então, o discurso possui aquela mesma duração de 2 minutos, com aquela margem de tolerância que eu comentei com vocês. Então, o discurso precisa ter de 1 minuto e 30 segundos a 2 minutos e 30 segundos de duração. A timekeeper Vanessa vai acompanhar o tempo de duração dos discursos e fará soar aquele sinal da mesma forma que aconteceu na categoria anterior, certo? Então, vamos lá. Todo mundo já sabendo as regras da categoria 6, agora vamos à sequência das apresentações. Então, eu já gostaria de chamar ao palco do Your Voice o nosso primeiro candidato, Bruno Fernandes. Bruno, está por aí?
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Sim, Bruno, estou ouvindo você, estou vendo também bem. Então, Bruno, quando estiver pronto, pode começar o discurso. Boa sorte.
So, hey guys, my name is Bruno. I'm from Monsignor Alexandre College, and today I would like to share with you some thoughts about the Earth and us. I hope to cross with you some ideas, purpose, meaning, and results, because we need to go beyond the obvious. If we go back in time, we can find John Tyndall, a 19th century scientist born 200 years ago. He found out relevant negative aspects about the Industrial Revolution, such as air, water, sound, and visual pollution, etc. Can you imagine other issues that we cannot even see? 32 years ago, we had Rio 982. The conference purpose was to talk about climate change impacts. After that, the United Nations organized more than 35 of them, all around the world. However, since the Industrial Revolution, what has exactly changed? What actually moves the world? Do just ideas or actions change the world? How to solve deforestation? Stop logging or deciding to reforest? How to solve pollution? Maybe cleaning the water? Cleaning is just your work. We can't make an omelette without breaking some eggs, and building better actions is the key to make a better world. This problem has been approached for 200 years, and all I can see are just political agreements, but not real actions. So, what is an effective way of confronting the climate crisis, you may ask? Well, changing the way we view things, and then actually working hard to solve problems, using action and energy in what you consider is the right thing to do. As a plus, in our society, we tend to see four figures: everybody, someone, anyone, and no one. But guess what? Every single time, everybody blames someone when no one do what anyone could have done. So thank you for your time, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.
Muito bem, obrigado, Bruno, pelo seu discurso. Vamos às perguntas das juradas, começando com Verônica Gomes.
Hello, Bruno. Thank you for your speech. You've mentioned that we should go beyond the obvious. So, my question for you is, how do you feel your generation can make a difference in the fight against climate change?
Well, that's an interesting question because in my generation, we can see that the technology is very present, right? So nowadays, technology is on everything, and building better actions is using the resources we have to solve problems that need to be solved. So technology can be a great way to solve these problems and prioritize them in a way that can be effective. So, I mean, every single kid nowadays can learn how to program or make activities online. And in the past, we did not have this technology to build these better actions, and nowadays we have. So I think it's important to know that we have this, we are capable of solving these problems in this way, and then actually having the energy to put in and then solve these problems in a good way.
Thank you.
Not problem.
Hello, Bruno. Thank you for your speech. Who has inspired you to start learning about climate change and its impacts?
Oh, for sure, it's my father. in the last few years, we learned about a lot about the climate change together. So I think it's very important to make my father figure very important in my life. I believe that he inspired me to learn more and actually search new ways of solving these problems for a lot of years now. And I mean, he has a lot of communication skills, and being with someone that actually prioritize what needs to be done and realize that we need to go beyond the obvious, that as I said in my speech, is really important for me. And I think the most important factor in this whole education system that we have in my home, the way my father teaches me, is that we need to find alternatives. So every single time my father has a problem, every single time, every single problem has an alternative, and it's really important searching it and then actually solving the problem. So I think it's a great inspiration, and I mean, I love him. So that's it.
Thank you.
Obrigado, Bruno, pelo discurso, obrigado às juradas pelas perguntas. E seguindo as nossas apresentações, gostaria de chamar a nossa segunda candidata da categoria 6. Então, venha ao palco de Your Voice, Penélope Torres. Penélope, está me ouvindo?
Oi, tô sim.
Sim, estou ouvindo você também, conexão está boa. Então, Penélope, quando estiver pronta, pode começar. Boa sorte.
Hello, my name is Penelope and I'm in Plus Upper 1. Well, when we talk about climate change, the first thing that comes to my mind is global warming. That is the ongoing increase of global temperature due to the greenhouse effect produced by industries, affecting directly humans and nature. And the main responsible for global warming I think, is the humans. However, I don't think we as a species created making it. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh my God. I believe humans are the main responsible for global warming, making it happen faster. However, I don't think we as a species created, such as climate change, are part of Earth's many cycles. And unfortunately, global warming is not reversible, but I think we can stop it by changing our actions and looking for more sustainable sources and renewable energy, such as nuclear energy and solar energy. For example, the nuclear energy is clean, but generates a waste that is difficult to dispose, such as well as the solar energy that is cheaper but demands huge structural changes. And I believe humans who should start changing the to start making changes in global warming are the government. They must honor the international agreements and advertise from both public and private orgs. And I know there are some people in a hard situation that can't help too much, but I believe if everybody collaborate with just some little things, we can pollute less and make Earth a better place to live. Thank you.
Muito bem, parabéns pelo discurso, Penélope. Vamos então às perguntas das juradas, começando com a Ana Flávia.
Hi, Penelope. Thank you for your speech.
Hello.
You have mentioned how much we are responsible for climate change and everything that's happened. So, what are the most significant changes you have noticed throughout the years around you and your community?
Nowadays, actually, I'm not seeing so much progress in how we take care of nature and our planet. But the biggest impacts that we're seeing nowadays are the fire in the forest and the rain in Rio Grande do Sul. That it affects also in nature and social lives of humans.
Thank you.
Hi, Penelope.
Hello.
Penelope, if you could design a campaign to raise awareness about climate change, what message would you want to share?
I think I would say that people should open their minds, also open their hearts to nature, because a lot of people nowadays don't care about nature. There's like they don't realize that nature is also part of our world, and we also live them. So we need to take more care of nature and learn how to love more. And yes, take care. And re- yes, that is it. I think have other topic.
Thank you.
Muito obrigado, Penélope. Obrigado às juradas. E agora vamos à nossa sequência das apresentações da noite com o nosso próximo candidato, o terceiro da categoria 6. Então, vem ao palco do Your Voice, Arthur Gomes Vieira. Arthur?
Olá, boa noite a todos.
Olá, boa noite, Arthur. Estou ouvindo você, tudo certo? Então, Arthur, quando estiver pronto, respira fundo e pode começar o discurso. Boa sorte.
Obrigado. Hello, everybody. My name is Arthur Gomes Vieira. I'm 16 years old and currently I'm studying on Cultura Serra. Today, I'll be talking about a topic that has been around our society for a long time and also the theme from this year's Your Voice, that being the climate crisis, and also how you too can confront it. To start off, you may be asking yourself, what is the root of this problem, Arthur? And well, a lot of things. To start off, we have to say about the bad habits we ourselves and companies have been creating around our environment. In most recent years, we have been trashing the environment and causing deforestation, the pollution on our cities from the sound and the carbon, and also the excessive production of plastic products. All of this combined cause a large impact on Mother Nature. And you may ask, what is the problem of all of this? What this all causes? And well, you may have noted that this year's summer has been hotter than the last, and the winter has been either colder than ever or didn't even seem to lower their temperature. And well, not only this is harmful for us living around the cities and working, but also the temperature, the animals and the local flora they are not adapted to these different familiar temperatures and climate. Not only this, some scientists even predict that in the future, natural disasters and may more easily occur, and not only that, expand their areas to affect more countries and states. But we shall not only worry about these things in the future, but also worry what's happening now. Because of that, I brought possible solutions that may help the situation. One of the biggest misconceptions about climate change is the cause. That while people think that the society combined caused this big impact, recent studies showed that 70% of this carbons and pollution is caused by private companies. This shows that the government should regulate more and more what companies are allowed to do, and maybe we can lower those with more energy types like clean energy with dams or solar panels. But that doesn't take the responsibility from us to recycle, to take care of what we have, and to, well, pay attention to what we're doing to our planet so we can make a better future for all of us. Thank you.
Muito bem, muito bem. Parabéns, Arthur, pelo discurso. E agora as perguntas das juradas, começando com Verônica Gomes.
Thank you for your speech, Arthur. My question for you is, what are some habits you think are important for people to adopt to live more sustainably?
Oh, definitely buying more items that are not throwaways, like plastic cups or plastic knives. Have more things that can be used, like those eco bags that sometimes have become popular. That are those, like, sometimes they're made of wool or another type of plastic that can be washable. There's a lot of things that you can do to make everything a little bit more better.
Thank you.
Hello, Arthur. Thank you for your speech. I'd like to ask you, what's one piece of advice you'd give to someone who would like to change their harmful habits?
Well, not only to pay attention to what they buy, to who they're buying from, but also care about learning more about climate crisis. One of the steps to take care of all this problem is giving more information for people so they can educate themselves on what's happening and how to actually confront it by themselves so they don't have to be guided by others or the government.
Thank you.
No problem.
Boa, Arthur. Obrigado pelo discurso, obrigado às juradas. E dando sequência agora às apresentações da categoria 6, gostaria de chamar a nossa quarta candidata, Emily Pereira de Bonfim. Emily, está me ouvindo?
Tô sim.
Assim, então, Emily, também estou ouvindo você. Então, quando estiver pronta, respira fundo e bom discurso. Boa sorte.
Thank you. Hello, I'm Emily, and I'm representing Cultura Inglesa Paraisópolis. Imagine a world covered in flames, a planet in collapse. The smoke makes us breathe hard, the seas are rising, ice is melting, and the worst part? There's no escape. No planet B. It might seem, but it's not a distant dystopian future, not a horror movie. It's the reality we face today. Our house is up burning, and we are the ones who set fire to it. As the environmental activist Greta Thunberg has put it, I don't want to give you hope. I want you to panic. Well, I don't know about you guys, but I'm completely terrified. I'm afraid for me, for my family, for my friends, and the future generations that might don't have the chance to appreciate nature or even exist. It took years for people to believe that climate science was real, thanks to economic and political interests and disinformation. Today, science has given us a lot of facts, articles, and reports, but it doesn't seem enough. We keep repeating the same mistakes. In 200 years or less, people will look back at us and our legacies. They'll be upset and consider us careless for leaving things as they are. Scientists agree that our current path is leading us toward a new extinction event. So, what should we do? You might think. I'm just one person. This should be up to big companies to stop deforestations and reduce the use of fuels. But if we don't make conscious choices, if we don't cut down waste and support organizations that genuinely care about the environment, change won't come. Yes, it's hard and often costly, but we must try. It's time to act. Let's be the ones who save the planet and not the ones who destroy it. Let's equal the change. Thank you.
Muito bem, parabéns pelo discurso, Emily. Vamos então às perguntas das nossas juradas, começando com a Ana Flávia.
Hi, Emily. Thank you for your speech. You've mentioned how you feel right now about our future. So I'd like to ask you, what would make you feel hopeful for a better future?
I would say the new generation. I think that the new generation has a lot of more information. We know that it's real. Actually, we can see through the window that it's happening now. We are suffering the impacts of a lot of industries and all these products that happens today, and things that companies make and all the human impact. We are seeing this today. So I would say that the new generation they knew what is happening and they are coming with technology and new resources and science, and I strongly believe that science is the way that we can overcome this challenge.
Thank you.
Hello, Emily. Thank you for your speech. And you started it asking us to imagine a world in flames. So, my question for you is considering that some people claim climate change is just part of a natural cycle and that it's not man made, my question for you is what would you say to this person? What would you say to these people?
I would say that climate change, yes, it is a natural thing, but human activity intensify it. So we make it a lot of worse, and we make it, and you can feel it, like the Rio Grande do Sul things that happening this year, and a lot of disaster, and the level of the seas are rising. Like I said, we can see it. Pollution. I live in São Paulo, and we can see it changing, and the quality of the air is really bad, and and it's not a thing that we can ignore more. We can't deny it. We can just close our eyes for what is happening. We have to act because we have all the resources today. We have science, we have technology. We must try. That's my opinion.
Thank you.
Muito bem, obrigado, Emily, pelo seu discurso, pelas respostas, agradeço as juradas e, dando sequência aqui com as nossas apresentações da categoria 6, vamos com a nossa próxima candidata. Então, gostaria de chamar ao palco de Your Voice Beatriz Ferrari Pereira. Beatriz, está por aí? Bom, a Beatriz ainda não chegou, então posteriormente darei uma nova oportunidade para que ela possa se apresentar e vamos continuar com a sequência das apresentações. Começando então pela próxima candidata da categoria 6, a Rebeca Gonçalves. Rebeca, está me ouvindo?
Oi, tudo bem?
Olá, tudo bem? Então, Rebeca, estou ouvindo você, estou vendo também, conexão está ok, então quando estiver pronta, pode começar. Boa sorte.
Obrigada. Hi, my name is Rebecca. I'm from Nova Iguaçu branch, and I'm here to give you some food for thought. What on earth would make a being destroy what keeps itself alive? So, we can prove this ourselves. So, on Earth, we have two gases that help us stay warm. They are CO2, carbon dioxide, and CH4, methane. Without these gases, we wouldn't trap the sun's heat, so Earth would be frozen and with no population, such as Mars. However, with an excess of these gases, we would be in extreme danger too, because Earth would be super hot. We have almost the exact right amount of these gases we need. With the rising of the industries in the 1800s, we are constantly producing more and more carbon dioxide in the planet. And this is a warning because Earth has been getting hotter faster. In the past, animals had time to get themselves used to new weather conditions. And now they don't have time for it because we are the ones responsible for making them losing their habitats. Another problem we face while talking about climate crisis is the polar ice melting away. Cities next to beaches and lakes are constantly being flooded. One example of it is Venice on Italy. Some cities in the world have already taxed the CO2 emissions, but the main problem of it is that it would cost more to the population. However, there's something that we can actually do: recycle, reduce, and reuse. We should practice those 3 Rs. Governments should manage CO2 emissions on factories, and then this would give us a different mindset and different lifestyle. If we were the ones who created the problem, we have to be the ones to solve it. And this is my speech.
Ótimo, parabéns, Rebeca, pelo seu discurso.
Thank you.
Vamos então às perguntas com as nossas juradas, começando com a Ana Flávia.
Hi, Rebecca. Thank you for your speech.
Hi.
You've mentioned how it is important to alert people and how it is important to raise awareness regarding what's happening around us. I'd like to ask you, how can we let people worldwide know in a fast and effective way?
Thank you for your question. And I guess the main way we can do this is using internet in our favor, because we have like social media, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and then we can use like those big pages can use their accounts to help us stay alert and give us tips on how to do.
Thank you.
Hello, Rebecca.
Hello.
You said that we are the ones creating the problem, so we should be the ones solving the problem, right? So, my question for you is, how do you imagine climate change might shape your future lifestyle? And what would you like to see changing?
I guess like it would change our works. Like in future, the place we're living, we if climate change continues growing up the way it is today, we can like in future not see forests anymore, and then we won't have a clean air, and this is bad for our health. And then I imagine people being more like conscient in future, and then helping like nature and being and like applying to more natural causes and supporting factories that are bio-friendly.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Muito bem, parabéns. Perguntas. Obrigado, Rebeca, pelo seu discurso. Obrigado às juradas pelas perguntas. E, dando sequência, vamos então ao nosso próximo candidato da categoria 6. Gostaria de chamar ao palco do Your Voice, Vitor Santos. Vitor, está por aí?
Oi.
Olá, Vitor. Boa noite. Vitor, estou ouvindo você, conexão também está boa, então quando estiver pronto, pode começar. Boa sorte.
Obrigado. Good evening, everyone. My name is Vitor, and I'm about to present my speech about climate crisis, the actual theme of this Your Voice edition. Firstly, why is this theme so important? What's the problem with it? And why do we care so much about this? I'd like to already answer this question by saying that we are the main reason of all these problems we're facing nowadays, talking about climate. But how? I'm explaining this. Global warming, one of the biggest problems when talking about climate, is caused by extreme weather, which is caused by deforestation, forest fires, and all pollution emitted to the air, the atmosphere. So these issues contribute to the problem to get worse. And guess what? We are the main causers of all these problems. And some effects that we can already witness are ice melting, appearances of floods, sea level rising, and the extremes becoming more extreme. So the problems we had in Rio Grande do Sul, the flood in the Rio Grande do Sul, the hurricane in Florida, the appearance of the hurricane in Florida, are some consequences of our acts we're facing. We need to pay attention on what we're doing. Like, how's our carbon footprint? Should we invest in some sustainable development? Should we really use renewable energy? But like, we need to remember that this cause isn't my cause, and it isn't your cause. It's our cause. So we can help the climate mitigation by watching the carbon emissions that put up the greenhouse gases, for example. And I wish I said some valuable words. I gave food for thoughts, and I appreciate your attention. And thanks for hearing.
Muito bem, muito obrigado, Vitor, pelo seu discurso. E vamos com as nossas juradas, começando com a pergunta da Verônica Gomes.
Hello, Victor. Thank you for your speech. You've mentioned that we are the main cause of the problem. My question for you is, what changes would you like to make in your own life to protect the environment, and why?
I'd like to let my friends aware, my parents, the people that are around me aware of the problem of the climate, like the problem we're facing now. Because and the reason, because if I make them aware, they can spread this information, spread this worry to the people that are around them. So in some way, I can spread this information, this worry, to many people. Only talking with with my friends, with my parents, with the people that are near me.
Thank you.
Hi, Victor. Thank you for your speech. I'd like to ask you, what started to alert you regarding the impacts of climate change and how it affected your community?
I think one of the most visible reasons are the hot weather come from like 2 years ago. The hot weather, the appearances of some natural natural disasters like floods, hurricanes. Uh, for example, as I said, in the flood in Rio Grande do Sul, I think these things and more are some causes, some consequences of our acts within the planet. So, as I said, we need to pay more attention on our daily routine, on our daily waste disposal. Where are we disposing waste? Where are we putting trash? Where, I don't know, how's our daily routine? How is it our our routine? I think is the best word to the topic, to the answer, to the question.
Thank you.
Obrigado, Vitor. Obrigado às juradas. Vamos então dando sequência aqui com mais uma candidata, a oitava candidata da categoria 6. Então, gostaria de chamar ao palco do Your Voice Ana Clara Rocha. Ana, está me ouvindo?
Hello.
Hello, Ana. Ana, estou ouvindo. Estou vendo você bem também. Então, quando você estiver pronta, pode começar o discurso. Boa sorte.
Okay, thank you. Hello, everyone. My name is Anna, and this is my speech for your voice. So, it's visible that the climate crisis is more present in our daily life, and this is really dangerous. One of the main topics for the world to suffer a strong climate crisis like now is the pollution. Okay, we know about pollution, right? We learn about it since when we are children. And we know that just us can resolve this problem. Of course, because like the main villain of this story is the are the big industries, right? But it's not only because of this that we should stop doing our part, like recycling and taking care of the nature, right? This is the minimum we can do to help our planet. So we learned who is the big, what is the big problem of the situation, and but do we know like the impacts of this crisis in our life? The increase of temperature in a short time is causing the melt of glaciers, so it's destroying the house of a lot of animals like polar bears and penguins. We are having a lot of burning of forests frequently too. And this is not killing and being bad only for animals, but for us human beings too. The air is not the same anymore. It's really polluted, causing breathing problems and making our health really bad. Another consequence of this problem is, like I said before, the increase of temperature, because in a short time it's really hot, and after like 2 days, it becomes cold again. And this is like being bad for our health too. So we all know that is a bad problem, that this is a bad problem. But if we don't talk and raise our voice to speak up for our brothers and sisters, for the animals in our world, nothing will change. So we have to do our part. Thank you.
Muito bem, obrigado, Ana Clara, pelo seu discurso. Vamos então às perguntas das juradas, começando com a Ana Flávia.
Hello, Ana Clara. Thank you for your speech. I'd like to ask you, what would be some changes to our habits that can bring us hope for a better tomorrow?
I think that we all should just search for more information about this problem so we can have some ideas of what we can do to help our planet and what we can change in our daily life that we can do, right? Because have some things that is not in our reality. So we just have to search for some things and try to make it better in our reality, try to learn more about it to help our planet, I think.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, Ana Clara. Thank you for your speech. You've mentioned some problems related to pollution. So my question for you is, how can we make cities greener and healthier places to live?
I think, like in my vision, we can like try, like I said before, try to search more about this problem, but like the government can try to do some, like try to show to the community about this problem too, that this is not affecting only like animals and those things, but it's affecting us too, human beings. So if the government that's really big try to show to the population about this, I think that more people can just understand that this is a problem and most of us can try to change.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Muito obrigado, Ana Clara, pelo seu discurso, pelas respostas, e agradeço às juradas também. E vamos então, gostaria de chamar novamente, mais uma vez, a candidata Beatriz Ferrari Pereira para fazer o seu discurso. Bom, a Beatriz ainda não chegou, então vamos dar continuidade com o nosso evento. E sendo assim, terminamos agora os discursos da categoria 6 do Your Voice. Então, gostaria de parabenizar a todos os candidatos que chegaram até aqui. Parabéns pelos discursos. E, bom, agora eu vou liberar as nossas juradas para que elas possam deliberar sobre as duas categorias e definir quem vai para a final. Então, enquanto as juradas vão deliberando, eu vou repassar alguns detalhes da competição aqui com vocês. Então, hoje serão anunciados 3 participantes por categoria que seguirão para a grande final, que será realizada no dia 23 de novembro, sábado. E esses 3 participantes se juntarão a outros 3 participantes selecionados na outra semifinal e somarão 6 participantes por categoria na grande final do Your Voice. Ao término da sessão, teremos aquela oportunidade de devolutiva aos participantes que forem selecionados para a grande final. Então, quem quiser receber essa devolutiva precisa ficar com a gente aqui até o final, o anúncio final das duas categorias, ok? Então, quem não quiser receber a devolutiva também não tem problema, mas ela será ofertada somente hoje, após o término da sessão. Então, iremos considerar que quem não ficar aqui optou por não receber. Todas as fases do concurso são online e vocês sempre poderão acompanhar a transmissão através do YouTube, na forma que está acontecendo hoje aqui. E todos os candidatos e candidatas que participaram do evento receberão certificado de participação. Os certificados serão enviados por e-mail para vocês, no mesmo e-mail que a gente vem se comunicando até então. Às vezes pode acontecer do e-mail ir para a caixa de spam ou, de repente, acontecer algum erro no envio. Então, pedimos que, caso você, candidato, não receba o seu certificado de participação até o dia 10 de novembro, informe a sua unidade para que a gente possa providenciar o mais rápido possível esse documento para você, ok? Então, recado dado. Agora também gostaria de relembrar com vocês quais são os super prêmios que teremos nessa edição. Então, na nossa grande final, além de toda a bagagem cultural e linguística que os nossos alunos adquirem ao longo da competição, no dia 23 serão anunciados os primeiros e segundos colocados de cada categoria. E os primeiros colocados ganharão um vale-presente no valor de R$ 1.000 e os segundos colocados no valor de R$ 500. Então, muita coisa boa aí para passar o final de ano com dinheiro no bolso. Então, os primeiros e segundos colocados receberão essa premiação especial do Your Voice. E, bom, enquanto as nossas juradas deliberam, que não vai ser uma missão fácil para elas, vamos aproveitar para fazer mais um rápido intervalo, tomar uma água mas da mesma forma, podem deixar tudo aberto aí, deixa o YouTube, transmissão, que a gente volta por volta de 10, 15 minutos com o anúncio do resultado final das duas categorias e com os nomes dos grandes finalistas dessa edição do Your Voice. Então, nos vemos até daqui a pouco, pessoal. Tchau, tchau. E estamos de volta com o momento mais aguardado da noite. Agora vamos descobrir quem são os grandes finalistas da 10ª edição do Your Voice. Então, sem mais delongas, gostaria de chamar a nossa jurada Verônica Gomes para começar com os anúncios dos grandes finalistas. Verônica?
Olá, boa noite. Eu quero começar dizendo que é uma honra fazer parte deste evento tão marcante e que faz a diferença na vida de nossos alunos, de nossos professores e, por que não, de nós também, que assistimos esses discursos que nos convidam à reflexão e à mudança. Então, eu gostaria de agradecer e parabenizar a todos os participantes dessa edição. Foi muito difícil escolher e selecionar apenas 3, mas nós precisamos tomar essa decisão. E então, agora eu vou apresentar os vencedores da categoria 5, em ordem aleatória. Lembrando que essas vagas estão garantidas para a fase final. Então, nós temos categoria 5, o candidato Pedro, a Juliana e a Sofia. Parabéns e obrigada pelo convite.
Olá, pessoal. Boa noite a todos. Primeiro de tudo, muito obrigada pelo convite. É muito legal estar aqui participando. Que delícia ver como nós temos uma geração tão preocupada e tão participativa da mudança para um amanhã melhor. Assim como a minha colega Verônica disse, parabéns pelo empenho de vocês, pelo esforço que vocês fizeram. Foi muito legal participar. E realmente foi muito difícil escolher os 3 finalistas, mas todos vocês lembrem-se que já são vencedores por terem participado. Assim sendo, os 3 finalistas que já estão com a vaga garantida são Bruno Fernandes, Emily e Rebeca. É de volta com você aí, João.
Muito obrigado, Ana. Obrigado, Verônica. Então é isso, pessoal. Já temos os nomes dos grandes finalistas. Gostaria de agradecer a todos pela audiência, por ter nos acompanhado até aqui, pela torcida, pelo apoio aos nossos candidatos. Parabéns a todos que participaram até aqui, aos que vão para os que vieram para a semifinal e os que vão para a grande final do dia 23. Vocês são grandes vencedores de estarem aqui. Falar em público não é fácil. Então, esse desafio em inglês, obrigado por terem topado e chegado até aqui. E bem, antes de finalizar, eu tenho um recado que, como eu disse anteriormente, os candidatos finalistas das categorias 5 e 6, que anunciamos os nomes aqui, e que quiserem receber o feedback, deverão acessar agora aquele link da sala no Google Meet, onde vocês entraram no começo e a gente fez o sorteio antes da sessão começar. Então, acessem esse link para vocês receberem o feedback agora, ok? Então, encerramos por aqui as semifinais do 10º Your Voice. A partir de amanhã, o site do Your Voice estará atualizado com os dados da grande final, que vai acontecer no dia 23 de novembro, sábado, incluindo os horários das apresentações e os nomes dos finalistas de cada categoria. Então, aproveito para desejar uma ótima preparação aos finalistas e a gente se vê no dia 23. Grande abraço a todos e até a próxima. Valeu!